And turning to business news now with Nona Pelsier. Nona, ANZ's latest survey, consumer survey, what's it telling us?
Hey, it's saying that consumers are feeling pretty good about themselves, so there you go. And that's more than they think about the economy, however. The outlook for that is less positive. But never mind, consumers are still thinking it's a very good time to buy a major appliance. That's a very strong indicator of how much confidence they have.
Really? And what counts as a major appliance, Nona?
It could be a washing machine.
Exciting stuff.
It could be a dishwasher.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's a big TV. Could be one of those
So pricey
things.
items.
Could be a pricey item. Might be just something you need for your home, like a lawnmower.
Westpac Bank, let's move on to something else. Living wage. Westpac Bank has become the largest corporate to sign up to the living wage as an employer.
Right.
And so what does that mean in the scheme of things?
It means they're going to be paying everyone that works for them at least $20, let me get it right, and 55 cents an hour. And that's not just the people who they directly employ, but for the people that are employed by their contractors and subcontractors, so cleaning staff and all sorts of people, security staff. They'll all get that same basic living wage. So they've become an accredited living wage payer, I guess. I don't know exactly what the right
terminology is.
The terminology.
Yeah, but that's interesting that they're including, because I know this has been an issue for debate previously, where people have said, yeah, we're going to pay the living wage, and then you find out that contractors or other people do not get it.
But not in this case. Westpac says they want to set an example, and they're setting, the bar high. They're the first bank. They employ an awful lot of people, so good for them, and they're hoping others will join them in this. And a lot of other companies have already signed up for living wage, and we're probably expect to see a lot more of that. And I guess overall the unions have been very supportive of it. We've had a lot of response to what Westpac announced, and yeah, very positive news.
I'd be interested to know what influence that has on customers' choice of their bank, if it has any, when they know that they're the bank.
It would be interesting to know. What about you? What do you think?
Well, I think it could be a marketing point for them.
Yeah, certainly there has to be an advantage to the bank. Otherwise, why would they do it? I don't mean to sound cynical about that, and I don't mean that in any way. But surely, publicizing it and so on, being the first obviously has some advantage. And yeah, good for the bank.
Be interesting to see what happens with the others. Markets, anything exciting going on the markets today?
Yeah, well, not really, but interesting there. It looks like, I don't want to say on again, off again. It looks like maybe Donald Trump has done a deal with his Chinese counterpart on the trade. It's looking positive. However, the market still wasn't very excited about it because Chinese factory activity the numbers were dismal, is how it's been described. And that kept the markets in a bit of a doldrum. And so Asia's not really sparky no matter what Donald Trump says about his trade deal. Because we've heard this before, haven't we?
Many times, Nona.
Yes, I'm afraid we have. Okay, well, anyways, the New Zealand Top 50 Index, we ended up 14 points to 8,999, just under 9,000 there. The dollar was trading at 69.1 US cents, 95.4 Australian, and 52.7 British pence. And I think, again, we spoke about this yesterday, and that's because people are expecting the downward pressure on the US dollar. It's got really nothing to do with our dollar per se.
Thanks, Nona. Enjoy your bike riding adventure on the weekend. That's Nona Pelsier with the business for this afternoon.